Jeez, that's actually really loud. But look at it. It looks sick. Hello everybody, I am Fortune Cookie and welcome back to Stoneblock 3. And today we have something very special planned. But first, I want to take you all down to the mob farm real quick. So as you can see, I've actually managed to set up my passive mob farm. But the reason why there's no passive mobs in here is because on this new dirt, which makes them all come out faster, there's actually grass that can grow. This grass prevents them from being able to spawn. So every so often, I have to come in here and clean it all up. And geez, it's so loud. Get out of my way! As you can see, we have a little area over here, and what's this demonic looking thing? A blood altar? Oh, that can't be good. Oh, and I can tell you, it's actually very much not good. So what I do is I take out this little dagger right here, and I just prick my finger on it. Yeah, look at that. And now it's full of my blood. Look at all that blood, but ooh, that's bad. It's slowly deteriorating. I didn't know it does that. Oh, well, that's a problem. Okay, so while I still have a little bit of my blood left in there, I suppose I can just put the stone right in here, and now look at this. It's going to absorb some of my blood into it. So now I just need to prick it some more, so that way it doesn't drain, and oh, well, I guess I died. Well, at least my grave was still here, and it looks like it's actually done. I have myself a blank slate, and with this blank slate, I can make myself an alchemy table. I just need to grab an iron, 2 gold, a wood, and some stone. Then put those in the crafting table, and there we go. We've got ourselves a little alchemy table, which I suppose I can put here. Oh, there we go. Oh, it goes that way. I want it facing like this. There we go. Now, you might think, what are you going to do with this thing? Well, for right now, nothing, because I need to make another one of these runes. Now, let's just prick my finger some more. And there we go. We've got ourselves another blank slate. Now, the next thing we're going to need to make is this Heckfire Forge. And what that takes is a stone of any kind, 4 of them, another blank slate, duh, a block of iron, and 2 iron ingots. Now, here's where the issue lies. I'm running a little low on my iron, so I'm gonna need to go up to my chickies to make some more. Yes, chickies, lay your iron so that I may use it for my purposes. So now we just gotta turn all of these nuggets into some iron, and then this iron into a block. And there we go. Now that should be everything. I could be wrong though. Nope, it indeed is everything. So now we've got ourselves the Heckfire Forge. And I forgot to grab these little suckers again. Get back in my pockets, you scoundrels. Alrighty, and now we've got our little Heckfire Forge right here. Now you might be thinking, what are we gonna use this for? Nothing yet. I'm saving that for later. So what we need to do first is we need to grab some string. I believe I have string. Yes, I do. I've got a good bit of string. So what we do is we take this one string and then we put it in there. And now the blood is going to infuse the string, creating a soul snare. What this does is something oh so special. Let me make a few of these, and I'll see you all over at the death cave.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alrighty, so now we're in the cave. I made 6 soul snares, so hopefully that'll be enough. So now we just need to go in here and find one mob. Hopefully one that is pretty bad at killing. So let's see if we can find one. And actually, I think I know where the perfect place to find one would be. In one of these, there should be a buttload of silverfish that spawn. Unless I broke that spawner, in which case that's not going to amount to anything at all. Yes, right here it is. That's the silverfish spawner. So now I just need to wait here for silverfish to spawn. Spawn, darn you!
12 seconds later.
Okay, and now, with this soul snare, I need to throw it on him and wait for white particles. Holy crap, white particles already. Alrighty, so now I just need to kill it. And there we go. Now I've got Demon Will. So I need to get to a safe place because there's a buttload of these guys. And I need to check how much will is in these. 3.9. Okay, that's way more than I was expecting. Which means now I can actually head back home. Alrighty, so we're finally back home. And now is actually the time that we can use my little Heckfire Forge. So what you do is you put the Demon Will in here. And then what I'm going to need to do is I need to put lapis, gold, redstone, and glass in here. And there it is, the progress meter rises. And once that's complete, we will have a whole new thing. A petty Tartaric gem. And I'm pretty sure this uses up some of its will, yes. So once that reaches 0, it'll probably be gone. So now what I do is I use this gem with this iron sword. It rises and grows. And once that's done, we get ourselves a sentient sword. And what this thing does, should this mod pack still be the same as the last time I've seen it, whenever I kill this, it acts as though a soul snare is used on them, and thus it has a chance of dropping some more demon will. So now I won't actually need to make countless amounts of these. And considering I only ended up needing one, I probably just wasted a few string. And some of my blood. Gosh dang it. So I actually needed to make another one of these Tartaric gems, because they actually serve another purpose entirely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this demonic will, and I'm going to throw it on the ground. And then when I pick this up, it should get eaten by the gem. Yes, it has. So now this contains 1.98 will. And that's one of the reasons why I needed this sentient sword, so that I wouldn't have to keep using these snares. I need to fill this thing up. And it can hold an absolute crap ton of mob souls in it. So one thing I wanted to test was if it needs to be an aggressive mob. So I'm going to turn off my mob fan and my mob grinder. I'm actually going to turn that one off as well because I don't want to get so loud, because, you know, that's just obnoxious. So let's turn both of these off. Just head on in here, break the grass so that more mobs can spawn, and test this out right here. Does it need to be an aggressive mob? It looks like it might. It very much might. Of course, it could be because it's just picking up the stuff. So let's see. And it does indeed look like that is not the case. Which means it does need to be an aggressive mob. That means I've got to go back and kill a bunch more mobs. Give me 10 years.
2,000 years later.
Alrighty, so I'm back and I managed to fill it all the way up. No, the reason why I needed to fill this to max is because I wasn't actually sure how much will this is going to take. So I'm going in a little bit blind here, and that's why I use this. So we put the petty Tartaric gem in there, this other petty gem in there, with the diamond, lapis, and redstone. And now this rises up and grows to its full potential to make a lesser Tartaric gem. And now with this lesser Tartaric gem, I need to go fill this one up too. So it appears I have actually run into a little bit of a problem. Turns out that where I was looking up from this mod is a tiny bit out of date.
I don't like where this is going.
So all those things that I was doing, you know, filling up these Tartaric gems and all that, was completely useless.
No, God!
So here's what I actually need to do. What I need to do is I need to get this blood altar up to tier 3. The way I do that is by making these blank runes and then making like a whole system thing, and it's gonna look freaking cool as well as a little bit demonic. So the way I make these things is by making a blank slate surrounded by a bunch of stone of any kind, as well as any kind of these blood orbs, which I actually have one of. I have a weak blood orb. Only issue is I don't really know how much it's gonna take, like if it just takes one and I keep it, or if I'm going to need to make more of these. So I'm going to need a whole lot of these, which means I'm going to need a whole lot of stone. So I'm going to be putting these in here, and then I'm going to have those infused with the blood, and I'm going to need to prick my finger a whole bunch of times. Give me a minute.
Later.
Okay, so I just wanted to give you all a quick update before I continue on with this. What I have here with these blank runes around this makes it a tier 2, which means it can hold a lot more blood. I gotta do a little bit more finicking with the room to be able to fit a tier 3 in here, because it's actually going to be much bigger than this room I made is. I kind of undersized it a little bit, but this is what I've got so far, so hopefully we managed to get this soon. Also, I confirmed it does not use up my weak blood orb when I use it for crafting. So yay!
Much later.
Alrighty, and now it should be all done. I have all the stuff placed down. I just don't know if the stuff can be hidden, or if I actually need to have it all out and in the open. So the only way for me to check that is for me to make this division sigil. For me to make this, I need to make arcane ash. So for me to make this, I need all this stuff. Just, you know, some coal, redstone, white dye, gunpowder, and one of my infusion stones all into this. And just put it all into here, starting with my blood orb. Then I put the redstone, the gunpowder, the bone meal, and then lastly the coal. And it should work. Soul network error. Instruction LP soul network or blood orb is not bound. Bound? Oh, I get it. So I needed to put my life essence into it so that I can then use it. Oh, okay. That makes all the more sense now. Okay, so now we've got this arcane ash. So what I'm going to do with this is I can just place it right here. And there we go. And I still got 19 more uses with this. So now with this arcane ash, I need to use redstone and a blank slate. So I actually need to make another one. You kidding me? Alrighty, I've got the slate. Let's grab the redstone. Pick one of those up real quick. Or two, apparently. Alrighty, so I'll just take one of these and right-click it. There we go. So now with this blank slate, I think I right-click again, and yes, there it goes. Look at it. Oh, the demons and stuff infused within it from the fiery pits of heck to come forth. The division sigil. So now I take this, and it says it's only a tier 2. So I think this does, either this does need to be uncovered, or it's because it's not low enough. There's a lot of things that can need to be considered here. So I think I need to get rid of at least this portion of the stone, and I might just tweak around with it a little bit once I'm finished up with that. Okay, so now it's all broken down, and it's still a tier 2. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. The ultimate recipe should still be the same, so I'm just gonna look into this for a second. Okay, so, well, actually, I'm glad that I did all this, because this just looks better in general anyways. But here's what I think I did wrong. I didn't put enough glass. I needed either one more glass, or I just needed to move it up once, and that's just like a void there. But that wouldn't make sense, so I think I just needed to put one more glass in there. So I need to break all of this glowstone down, and then put down another thing of glass on each of these, and then put the glowstone on top of those. Alrighty, and then put this in, and hopefully it should be a tier 3 now. Yes, it says tier 3. Okay, well, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we'll continue, because this just looks ugly. Alright, well, that looks a little better. I'll probably do some tweaking with the room for a little while, but, you know, this should be good for now. Okay, so, for what we need to do, I'm actually gonna need this again. I'll just have that saved for later. So now, this little blood orb I have here, I can't use this anymore. I need one of the stronger ones. Preferably the Magician's blood orb. And that's why I need to get this up to tier 3. You see right here it says tier 3. And I need 25,000 life points put into here. I don't know how much that translates into buckets. But that is bad. And it also is going to use a golden block. So now I need to grab a golden block to put that in there, so that way I can get this blood orb. This is gonna take a long time. This is what I do for fun. This is what I like to do. I like to prick my finger on sharp objects.
Tomorrow.
Alrighty, so a lot has happened. As you can see, the place looks a little bit different. I had to adjust some things. So, turns out, I couldn't get enough blood into this. As you can see, I ultimately managed to get it. So I had to make a little bit of a mob thing so that I could end up just, you know, using this stagger of sacrifice to kill them and get the life essence into here. Only problem was, I stupidly first time didn't make this out of the tinted glass, and then creepers blew up. I am an idiot. But, you know what? After a good night's rest, I am ready and raring to get back at this. So now we've got the Magician's blood orb. So what I need to do is I need to bind this to myself. Ow. But you know what? That's all perfect. So what we do is I use this, same way I did with the weak blood orb. Then I put gold, redstone, gunpowder, and glowstone. And now it should... insufficient LP in the soul network. Do I need to put more in there? Okay, so it does matter how much you actually click it on yourself. Oh, that's actually very interesting. So now it should feed it, and with this, we get ourselves the binding regiment. I actually am going to need to make a few of these, but for right now I can just start with this one. So first and foremost, I need to go grab an iron helmet. So I've got the iron armor, all of it actually. I figured I might as well just grab everything I need. So what I need to do is, same way with the redstone, I right click this binding regiment on the circle. Yes, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is like some Full Metal Alchemist crap right here. It looks awesome. Anyways, so now what we do is we take one of these. I'm going to do the helmet first and foremost because, you know, it's a helmet. And then I right click it there. And now, behold! Oh, jeez, how does that even work? Oh, jeez, that's actually really loud. But look at it. It looks sick. Kanasakalu Nijindru. And there we go. We have ourselves the living helmet. Look at it. Doesn't it look sick? Wait a minute, what does this look like on my head? Oh my goodness, it looks sick. So the reason why I'm making this is for two reasons. One, just because it looks so much better. And two, what this living armor does is as I wear it for longer, it should, if I understand it correctly, give me more health. So that's gonna be fun. So now I just need to make the rest of this set, which means I need to go in and make some more of this binding regiment.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alrighty, last one. Here we go. And there it is. The living boots. Now I have myself a whole set of armor that is quite literally infused with so much of my soul, it's probably more alive than I am. So let's just take this armor stand and put my normal ugly armor on it, and then put onto myself the living armor. Oh boy, don't I just look snazzy. Now I know you might be thinking that the armor value is much lower, but trust me, this armor is much, much better. I don't know exactly how I'd end up repairing it, but hey, you know what? It's got something. And look, this even has upgrade points. So obviously there's some other stuff that I can do with this down the line. But for right now, though, I don't think I can do any of that. So I'm sorry if this ends up being a bit of a shorter video, but you know what? They can't really do much more about it. So I actually found this button right here that'll just let me collect all of my rewards. So let's grab all that. That actually looks like a pretty good lineup of stuff. Still not what I'm looking for, though. Alrighty, well, that was quite a bit of advancement that we've knocked off all at once, and I'm pretty sure I did most of the blood magic era. So now all these other stuff, so I'm just going to need to do by myself. And, excuse you, didn't I make a magician's blood orb? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, wait, I needed to make an apprentice's first, and oh, right. Oh, well, I guess let's just take our chance cube for now and just head on down for the end of the video. Alrighty, so I actually decided to compensate for this being possibly a shorter video, so I'm actually going to open up 2 chance cubes today. So, let's put our first one down, and hopefully it doesn't kill us before we get to the second one. And oh, right, I forgot about that little detail. So it's not just that it helps me gain more hearts, it actually upgrades itself the more I do things, so it accommodates to how I live. So I actually can jump higher, and I run a little bit faster now too, because those just upgraded. Oh, that's neat. Alrighty, but back to chance cubes. Number 1. I know what that does. I know what that does. Oh, no. I refuse you. I refuse you and your entire being. Number 2. What? What am I looking at? Oh, okay. It got stuff in it. That's doo-doo. Alrighty, game, I see you. Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you have, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share with all your friends. And be sure to check out my last video where I actually created my little mob farm that you saw over there, where I have many resources, all thanks to it. And you will all surely enjoy it. So, hope to see you all there. Bye-bye!